Well, they said you got to be all in to be calling the shots. And I'll say I am not. Something that the next day I might try to don't baby a single thing. I'm sitting here, I'm going to sing. But I'm going to sing some things in the way that I bring the new series to you on your TV screens, I don't think. We need to be watching this. But are you watching, kids? You got to watch for it. Might take you like a thief in the night. Today is the time. Always. One eternal round. Don't turn it down. Turn around again and go back into the ground and then see what you can dig up. A lot of big stuff. It's buried underneath the things we think we need, and we don't need a thing that we don't. So, today's the 19th of December, 2025. My name is Evan Strong, the founder of In The Image Clothing Company. This is our series here. One of them. On In The Image Clothing Company Music, one of our fourths, titled All In. This is episode 3 of All In. So, what is he doing? I'll tell it like this, though. I'll tell it like this, I'll tell it like that. I'm gonna tell him that I'm just back. I don't need a single thing like everybody thinks I need. You calling this all in and you're saying you've gone all the way back to who you were in the past? Not to like go past the mark and start again, but stop marking them on the charts and then just see what happens if you start rapping. So I'm wrapped up in it. That's what I'm saying is I'm wrapped up again, and I'm back to it, and I'm back, I won't quit. I'm back like it's just the thing I gotta do for the lifetime I got, dude. Gotta do it, don't stop, stop who? I won't stop. I might stop, but I won't stop. I might stop. I don't want to be doing things I don't need, so I'm gonna just keep on keeping, and everyone thinks that we need this, and we don't need it. What does he say? Why does he say it? Why is he always just taking everything and making it a little bit different than it was before? I don't even know, but are you sure that you're sore when you're... I don't even know. Singing off key, you gonna stop me or what? I think I got a lot of things that you want to do and such, so listen. See if you can just take a little bit from this, if you can take a little bit, if you can take a little tea, if you can take a little bit from this and take a trip to a different place and get a little higher with your mindset, like a wire. I think I just let things fly again. I've been flying, then I'm flying, then I'm flying, and I'm flying, and I'm flying. But it gets a little hard to breathe when I'm above the seas. I got a lot of things in the ocean breeze. I've been breezing across the ocean. He calls it all in and he says he's gonna be balling, like he's, of course, just a person on a court and throwing a ball around, and it's all in the town now. And the newspapers, people are saying he's just a person with a lot of things he's trying to think are important. I don't even think that I need to be doing things that you need from me. I don't need to be pleasing human beings for the sake of pleasing human beings. I'm calling it all in, and I'm saying that I'm balling, because I'm just gonna keep on rolling, even though the people just keep on trolling. I've been trolling for the fish in my backyard, and now I got a lot of things in my car. Hooking them up, and then I'm bringing them back home. Calling it fishing for men. I'm calling it, I think we pretend that we need to stay on the key and on the tempo to be something that we think is good or great. Or wait, do you just want to be yourself, or do you want to be someone else? I'm saying I'm all in to ball in, like I'm just taking a little bit of a trip with this. I've been tripping in, and now I fell again back to the time when Adam fell and he found out life was what it is if he was kidding himself, trying to think it was something else. So, I'm just saying, dude, I'm playing tunes, and I don't think you like a place a goon like you would go to, and I'm going through a lot of different kind of things, the applications people seem to be placing into places they don't want to be. Trying to understand why you don't understand that you're the person that you want to be when you're searching on the stands, looking high and low, when you think you might just go to a different kind of place on a different road. But you're only on the road you're on, you're just rowing gone. So far away from your own self, you try to help. But who are you going to help if you can't just sail across the sea? You're crossing things like a ticking time bomb. Can we just take a little bit of a tune in the afternoon and just take a snooze and go back to school when everything just seems to leave in the autumn time? Lots of themes, and I always seem to come back to the same old things. Everybody runs around, and I'm running towns by running out of cares to care. I don't care. But I'm a person who, in some places of my head, I have no hair because I've been taking it just a little bit slower in my life now that I'm just an older kind of person with the life. How did I get this kind of life I got? I won't stop until I hit the bottom again, and then I'm gonna drop up, and away he's coming back down. Now he's in the background, now he's back in the ground. I'm back. How? I don't know, I just want to take a little bit of a break to the place that he doesn't want to come back from. And he's back, son, and he's back done again. I'm done with run in, so I'm running into everything I need to be. Finding in my place with the scenery. I've been seeing things, I've been taking screens and just putting them back in the place we need. I've been filling the land with things that I think the land can be filled with. I'm just filling the land, or the land is a filling thing for me. And I think that I need to be just everything that I eat, because that seems to be everything that I am. Everything that I am just comes from the great I am, and I can't pretend that I made a single thing that I just got from the other things that he made for me, and I'm taking things to the extremes. Sometimes when I cross lines, I'm sorry, but I'm not fine. But I'm fine though, but I'm fine, bro, and I'm fine, and I think I'm just trying to make my way through this life like everybody else, and I'm just a person like you. So, would you please just leave me be to do some things? I just want to make fun of people making fun of people. I just want to make a lot of mistakes. I'm making a lot of mistakes lately. I just gonna take a break and go back to the person that I was when I was searching, and I wanted to just come across a thing that I just thought I'd find. I'll just be who I am, and I will stop to pretend, and then I'll call it like I'm all in. He missed it though, he missed it, bro. I missed it, yo. The life I had, and I like it back, and I like it now, and I'm back to this, and I'm back. But how? How do you care, and why do you care? Why are you carrying me over there? I want to come back again. So drop down, kid. Gravity actually just seems to be back in the past, before I just jumped too high and went too fast, and I ran so quick that I just crashed, and now I gotta hit the ground again, get grounded in who I was back then. I don't know. All in for the rest of my life. Doesn't that make sense? Because if I'm here for the time that I am here for, I think that I can steer more of the kind of cars that I'm driving. If I'm on a place that I just race, and I'm just roving all around, and Mars is just a place that I can find all of the bars that I've been looking for, and looking. Wait, did he say bars? What does it mean to be all in? I think sometimes we just come to a screeching halt. And we think we wonder if we can dance the waltz with no training that we've been taking. Wondering if we can just make these things happen if we try hard enough and don't get wrapped in all the opinions of people who are all just us. It's all an extension of you, and you're sending them through like the letters you folded up into a paper airplane and threw off the top of the sky rise, hoping that they'd rain down on everybody else on the ground and see if you could find out if everything else that's not you is you, and who knew that everything that once left would always come back around again. We drowned in our beliefs of things, wanting them to be just something different than what they are, and we don't see. Y'all ready to go to sleep? You ready to wake up and take a little bit of the makeup off and see if you can stop making up who you were when you thought it was going to help to please someone else? Or the wealth that you'd acquire would help you find a place where you'd feel higher rather than getting hired by the live wire inside your own soul. Soul searching is what's hurting. The more you seek to try to be something, the less you find out who you truly are. I can do it with or without the guitar. And I can do it if I'm doing it fast, quick, or far. Off the tempo, going really slow. Because I release, bro, all the expectations if I'm gonna be making anything great that just lasts forever. Eternity is now, so how do we get there? By turning it all down and going back inside. Not necessarily back in time, but we get back when we take it back then. And I can't take it back just to say I did it, but I gotta do it, and the movement just brings me back home again. Just knowing that taking a little bit of action, a step or two in faith, will make me great. Or at least make me glad that I had at least a little bit of will inside me to wait for the right timings for the things that I need, instead of trying to rush it. And I'm not rushing. Something that I've learned is that I'd earn a lot of ashes after I got so hot that I'd burn. But take the top off, uncap it, and don't look for the cap just to try to pop it off. Because all the things that are popping off will not last. But the last will be first. And thou shalt not thirst, drinking the living water of Jesus Christ. And I think we might have some people out there with a lot of things they're scared to hear. What I'm scared to do is veer off that straight and narrow path back to the life I had in the past. So, it's like you're trying to tune a radio station and you're looking for the equation to try to get the right answer, and you just can't, sir. But it's like a cancer that you just can't turn down. And the higher the volume goes, the more you feel like you don't have anything left inside of you when you're trying, dude. Or sis, and you miss the point, and you're pointing yourself to a joint. You're joining yourself to something else that you don't want. But it's something that you used to try to hunt. A little bit of fulfillment, a little bit of something that'll help you feel it. The peace or the pain. It kind of seems the same. As time goes by, we try to find the truth to life, and we don't like the answer. When the cancer spreads. But it's in your head. What is it that you really dread? You don't want to live forever in a life that's so hard. So why are we all trying in the times we are? So hard. To go so far. Past the point of no return. In a life where we try to return all the things we don't like. We bring it on ourselves, and we don't feel like we are ourselves. But we're not someone else. Except in the times that we try because we like what we envy about the person who can fly. They seem like they're soaring so much higher than I'm soaring, and I'm so boring is what I'm being told by everyone else, or at least the looks they give me. They think it's a tricky thing to do with trick. It's just a little bit of a trickle, a little drop in the bucket of something you shouldn't let just get too heavy for you to lift. The opinions of the other kids. And there are a lot of kids out there. There's a lot of kids out there and they are scary. There's a lot of kids out there and they are bearing lots of weapons and things they use to do some things, and they'll hurt you if you let them. But you don't have to even let a single thing happen. You don't have to even let a single thing hurt you. Like when I sing off tune, yeah. I told you I'm all in, for the good and the bad. I shouldn't just add anything to my life except for me, right? I think that we can find a kind of life we want to live if we can just look around and try to be like other kids. That's what often people say, and I just think that they are crazy from A to Z and everybody in between, and everybody just seems to be a different kind of version of me, and I'm searching for things that I can find inside. I'm searching for some things, and I'm just going so fast. Sometimes we're just going faster than we can step, and we're looking at life and we're wondering why our steps get weaker. If we could let ourselves just be stronger by stop trying to be somewhere else besides where we are. And now I'm on the kind of place like I'm just a star, and I'm shooting for the things that are hard, like playing guitar. Well, I make a lot of music on the tempo, off the tempo, I don't let go, I just let go. But I wanna just let you know, bro, that I don't care if your name is, or you're a, or who is. Everybody's comparing me to him if everybody wants me to be Jim. I just think that Jim is a class that I liked back when I was in junior high, and I think I'd fly back to the schoolyard to be like the person who was cool. Are you the kind of person who's cool in school? I think that we can turn into a tool and think that we can fix the problems of everyone around. We can fix the problems, but not in our own town. Fix the problems of everyone around, but we fix the problems, and now one turns into another. And I just think that I could be your mother, I could be your brother, I could be A, B, C, or D. I think that we need to just take the option that we are given. I just want to be given in Only to the one kind of person I can be, getting a little stutter stepped when I'm trying to impersonate them. I'm just the person that I am with this big grin. I'm just grinning into this. I'm just beginning to do everything that I was put on this earth to. I don't think that I can be that guy or this guy or anyone else. So can I just help you, bro? Or can you just go back to your home and I'll just get on my sailboat, go where the wind just blows me? You expose me to them and I say, okay then, well, what are you gonna do next? I'm perplexed with a lot of complications to life if I'm trying to find what the truth is and I'm not willing to do it. When I make my music, you gotta read through the lines. I think you find that I'm just through in time, but I'm not through the time. I'm through the time slot and the time zone. I'm not a part of it, but all it gets is just a little bit crooked if I can let it just twist my understandings of who I really am. If I'm not standing, then I can pretend. Tell everybody else that I'm on my own 2 feet, but you all know that I can't do things on my own. I'm just a kid. Even when I'm at my home, I feel like I could be alone if I feel like I'm alone. If I'm alone but I'm not lonely, then I'm at my home and I feel homey. Me and my homies and those people I don't see. But those people that I don't see could be my homies. It doesn't matter if it's me or him, or if it's me and Jim score a higher score on the scoreboard and see if it'll help you feel more. But the feelings you get more of will not make your life more fun. Entertainment is just a fleeting motion, an emotion, an energy, and you're going in a place where you don't know if you have the energy to keep going. Oh, it's called All In for a reason, because he's all inside of this place in every season. Meaning he's all over the place and thinks he's sneezing. Really what he's doing is blowing some things out of the water. Come back to the Walmart place with me. It's a story, you see. The popularity seems to let everybody know what it means. So what if I'm a person that nobody sees? And I'm sitting back there behind the screens. You got a curtain and it's called. And I'm the person in the hall. I didn't hear the call, so all the rest of the people went on stage and I was outraged and I was out in a cage in the hallway. They all say, hey. Everybody give a round of applause. But they all forgot about me because I'm just a dog. And I'm sorry. We all seem to just keep clawing our way back to the way back. Just to see if we can climb to the front again. To see if we can win this time, and we'd find if life could really actually be what it is that we like. But we gotta first find what it is that we like. And I think that sometimes we think that we might just know what's going on and on and on, and we go in our minds trying to find if it's a phenomenon. We've crossed it on the lawn. I'm drawing a lot of lines in the sand, and the sand just slips through the cracks and through the grass, and a lot of blades. In fact, I don't want to be cut with this, but I'm cutting it just like I'm mowing down some things to try to find out if we can see if snakes are slithering underneath. Trying to sneak a snack. He's a sneaky snake. I think we take a lot of things and took him to the tick. It's like a ticking time bomb to the breaking point. A break it joint. I don't want to break a joint. I'll break you off a piece of that. Oh. Being left-handed in a right-handed world. Playing it like a back and forth kind of game. It's a tennis match, and I can't find out why I can't light the flame inside of me to try to be the person everyone wants to find when they see me come out on the stage or in front of the screens. When I'm sitting behind the thing, trying to be a little bit of a person, trying to search inside my mind for some kind of motivation and see if I can take it to the extremes again. When sometimes I feel like I'm extremely dead. Dead to the world, and I'm swirled in my mind because it seems like online everybody knows my name, and then I go insane, go into my cage and try to find some place that I could hide in space. I'm in outer space. I'm out and take a little bit of time and make a break feel like something that is a part of this. I don't want to be a part of this. I just want to be a part of it. And then leave and get apart from it. I'll depart to see if I can be a part of a place that's not as hard. It's a cold, hard world in a rockin' space. I'm rocking things around, and I'm drowned. And then it freezes on me, and now I get swallowed up underneath. I'm in a hole under the ice, and I'm trying to find if I can float up to the surface again. I'm searching just to try to see if I can turn it. Which way is up, and which way is enough, and why am I just so stuck? It's like I'm on a probation. I'm in a place that I can't seem to escape when I hear about heaven, and this is not a heavenly place that I'm experiencing. I'm like a spherical thing. I'm just getting rolled all around again. The ground just keeps compiling on top of me. It's like a snowball, and I'm toppling like a snowman on the top of these skyscrapers. Please stop scraping things. Can we just scrape the bottom of these barrels and see if the people we find are not as scary as they seem? There's a lot of people we need to stop looking at like they think. Or wait, am I the one that thinks? I think we need to stop thinking about some things, but me thinking about the fact that I don't want to do that makes me go back to thinking about what I could do. In fact, I think that we don't think about things that are facts. We think about things that try to make facts become things we could see as fiction. And I don't want to change this vision. I'm not saying I'm seeing a vision. I'm saying I've been given vision to see the things that I'm seeing. I'm seeing some things, and I think that we can see them the same if everyone is different. Why is it all the way, always, all the way across the hallway? I'm all the way gone again. I'm on it just to fall back off. Get knocked off my high horse, and of course, I find out the mud is some kind of place that might make a little bit of a bath for me. Actually, now I'm at a spa, in fact, I think. I like the idea of it being a paradoxical gospel of Jesus Christ. I sink when I'm right on the brink of extinction. And I don't stink, son. I'm not smelly. I'm telling a lot of stories that surely seem like you want to be plugging your nose and you don't want to go taking a sip of this, and this is just a little bit gross. It's a bitter cup. A lot of things that we don't want to do, we got to do if we're looking up. So go look it up. We read the scriptures for a reason. Oh, it's a different kind of season. He started out all sweet with Little Red, the guitar, capoed on the 4th fret, and he let himself play some chords that shortly didn't sound at times like they would coincide. And that caused him to have a little bit of time to go inside, and then he found out who he was and broke right out instead of trying to be all in. He exposed himself as the rapper he is, and he's now just wrapped up in this. Instead of being all inside, encapsulated behind, he opened up, and now he's all inside the expansive life. I got a plan, is what I've been told by God. Or so I thought. Till it all came crashing down. I'm crashing now. I think I'm out of gasoline. Actually, I've been petroling around. Y'all just trolling the town. You just taking people out of the place they don't want to be going into the crowd, and dropping them back into the place where they feel that they're not allowed to let them scream aloud. And now they're just like a dog that's a hound. They're howling out, but they're not hollowed out. How? 'Cause it's not Halloween. Actually, you're a jack-o'-lantern, please. You got some cancerous needs. So you think. If you want to be sinking, then go flow the faucet in the sink of something that is like the fuels you'd need to be refraining from if the fossils seem to leak. Exposing something you don't know that is as it is, if it actually is something different than this thing you posted, kid, just to get the views for it. Running pretty quick there, Forrest. But you're looking at the trees. Actually, we can't just be seeing the expansive life that God wants us to be living in if we can't see the forest for the trees. I'm sorry that I scream. I'm not sorry that I scream. I'm sorry that I seem not so sweet at times, but I'm trying to be someone that can just be the cream of the crop. I think that we ought to just find out if we can have a vanilla flavored life and find a different kind of hype instead of hiding right behind the kind of life we'd like to live, pretending that we get everything we wish. Can we call it a crash course in is that 9 yet? I think I'd let everyone else out just to call it a game over. A lot of innings, a lot of things we're beginning just to leave it. We tell him to leave it. We say that he shouldn't need it, but he says he wants it. And you say it's something that's not good for your health. And I'm saying it to you, well, because I know a little better than you do. And how do you, dude? And he says, experience. Give experience a try and see if you can find a lot of things in life that don't help you fly. Because we got to be opposing things, or so it seems at least. And I'm just sewing seams with these things we do in the clothing company. In the Image Clothing Company. I'm in the image. I'm in the image until I'm out of the image and they missed it. I'm optimistic, but I must have missed it. I just dropped my lipstick. I thought I'd get it, and I got it and dropped back into the... I'm always in the back again. Back in the muck. Can we just take it in the back of the truck? See if we can find out if we can go fly now through the muck and throw some mud inside the space and time. We take it fine. I've been taking it like I've been taking my life. I've been taking my own life into my hands at times. And boy, that doesn't help me find the kind of life that I'd really like to have, even though I grab everything off the tree of that knowledge of good and evil. And I thought the evil would help me be a person with a needle that I could pinpoint some things, but instead I seemed to just poke it out and it started to leak. A lot of things that I didn't want to let people know about, and oh, now it's all over the ground. I painted the town red, but I just didn't tread lightly enough, and I might have just touched everything around the town, and now my fingerprints are all over this, and I just can't say that it's over, kids, if it's not over. This is just me playing a character. But I'm just playing. I'm in character. I'm just playing. Hey, you're a character, huh? I don't think they like the characters. I don't think they like it when they can't even hear it because it's so close to them. Even if the lyrics are good, it's so loud in their ears. They wish that you would just go back a bit. I'm going back, kids. I want to go back to this. To one eternal round. I can just talk normal. I don't have to make my voice sound like it's in a whole different kind of octave. I'm not stopping this. I'm just going to keep going till I drop it, kids. All the music that I make with this kind of life I live, I call it all in because I'm just here. So don't let me veer. That's my prayer to God. And I pray it oft. Or I pray it oft. When I'm screaming, not. As much as when I'm trying to see if I can listen to that still small voice. I'm still a kid with a small voice. I got a choice to kind of enlarge myself. To see if it can help. And then I got to humble myself again to try to help it. When I don't want to win. After I realized what happened last time, the scoreboard and everything like the corners that I find when I'm boxed into life, I just try to find if I can round myself out a bit and try to stop being this person with so many extremes to me. But it seems to be extremely crazy to be something less than who you are. Play the guitar. Really? Why not? I think that if we go a little bit quicker with the tempo, then it gets a little bit... I don't know. I don't know. Does he know what he's doing here? I tell you what, though. If the guitar was actually in tune, then I could be a person that could deliver this message better to you, at least in a way that you could take a little bit of this and just make it... Please, can we just... I don't know. What if we take it just a little bit different with this and see if we can switch the tempo a little bit and do some things that make it just a little bit more authentic to me. I just think I keep moving all the time and I'm always gone off the line, and I want to just race that starting sound. I'm starting now. I'm starting how? Can I just get back to me? Can I just get back to see? Can I just get back and see if I can climb a tree? How many sides could I find if I just went across a road and tried to find if everybody else on the other side of the street was just like me? I don't know if everything just seems to be a little bit different, or if it's the same, or if I'm deranged, or if I'm in a place where everything just seems to be so strange. It's just so... Everything just seems to be so strange to me. I just think I'm climbing all of these things that leave me high and dry, finding out why I'm high and dry. Oh, I didn't know he could actually sing. I'll surprise you left and right, and I'm surprised you left. No, I'm not surprised you left, but I just feel like it might make you feel a little bit better if you think that I am, because I just don't want to pretend that I'm better than I am. But what I can do is be me. I can be the person that I am, even if I don't pretend. I can be going then, come back again to who I was in the best. I think we're past it. I think we passed the place that we can't get back, just to cross a threshold. And I think I got a good hold on this life. Ooh, where do we sing with this switch? Switch it up again. I've been going all around now. I've been watching them all drown. How? I don't know when, I don't know when, I don't know if we will. I don't know when, I don't know when. Searching for the kind of place that everybody just tries to escape to, and I'm just like a escape route. I'm in a place now where I want to be placed out in the past your expectations of me, and see if everything can be just what it seems to be Stop it. Just stop it. Y'all get so caught up with skipping around from town to town like a record, and I want to just stop playing. So I'll set it down just for now and get back to where I was in the past year. Can we call it a pasture? Can we get a little bit more expansive with this? When I get back to it, the fold of God. And I'm folding, not to unfold again. A house of order You know, I'm out of order. So please don't come back. Leave me alone. Go back to your home and try to find out why you gotta go all the way around trying to roam the whole globe. See if you can trot yourself back to the place that you can't help anyone else. But you're sure trying to help. Or come with me and see if we can be following a perfect king and go to a place where we can all escape back to the fold of God. Please. Please find some things with me, you lost sheep. That's what I think. It's gonna be the best for each and every one of you because you're me. We're all the same things. Just a human being. I'm a human, and what I'm doing is being a little bit eccentric at times. I get it. I find the line and see if I can get as close as I can to crossing it just to get back to where I've just been, skipping records. I've been skipping and recording everything that I'm doing, and surely one of these times it might just find a place to line up. But for now, it seems like it's out of time, I'm not, though. Not quite yet, bro. I'm governed by a rock spinning around a fiery ball in the atmospherical. Well, no, that's just spherical. We're just pulled closer to the sun if we think that we want. And let's take it away. The word think and say that if we can just take a little bit of time in our day to humble ourselves before the King of Kings and see if we need the will of God instead of anything else that we could stop and get a little bit charmed by. It's charming. Why? Because it doesn't last. And so that's where I'll sit. And if you want to come back with me, kids, then I'll challenge you this. Get closer to the sun. See if you can't handle the heat. I called it interest Dante. What I call it now was a shout out. I'm shouting now. He's in my house. And I don't know if you know, but it's been documented now. In the Image Clothing Company, call it a record keeping. People, please. I'm in a people. We need to expand the vision. And we can't just find it out if we can't sift through the finer now sand that just keeps seeming to go and go and go beyond the time. The sand we find. We can't just count. Now I'm counting down because we are on a little bit of a journey here. We're searching Abrahamic, covenantal. I'm not mental. I'm just sent to 3, 4. No. Let's go 4/4. Let's go 4/4 because I don't know more. Other than I've got a 3/4 size guitar here. So all we're doing is take your first finger and let it linger. And then you can do it like this a bit. Does he exist just to be a person that seems to be so crazy he needs to be put away? Can we slow down? A lot of judgments. I get it, you love it. The gossip that all just drags you to hell. You stop judging, please? I think that someone needs to be a little bit more tolerant of the heat. So that's why I called it like I did. Interessante, my name is Dante. What's up with this? It's an oven mitt. But there's one thing I missed. It's on the 4th fret. How long will you stick around? I've been sticking now for a long time. Forgot a little bit of that spray butter. Oh, shoot. There's a lot of things that I stay by, brother. Because my God encompasses everything. And everything else just seems to be something I could choose from. But you've done a little bit more than pass the line of one son. But the Eternal Father is the living water. So, I'm a spiritual person, just searching for a dove from above. I'm not religious. I got some things that just seem to line up. I call it the truth of life. I don't want to call it anything out of my own mind. I'm calling a shot or two when I get shot down, dude, when I was wrong. All along, you thought I was just a person who could not actually work with words, and now you're searching, sir, to try to find out who you can call to lock me up. I call it, I've been locked enough to where now I grab the key to eternal life. I'm turning right, just to turn right back around. Call it a 180, call it a ×2. I call it 360 different kinds of things can be swirling me all the way around for eternity, so that I can be turning to see the Father on my left side, erasing all the things I left behind. Or so I tried. But I needed help when I could not help myself. And why do I yell, I'm sorry? Well, I'm sorry you think I should be someone else. Stop turning the tables and start flipping them instead. I'm just flipped in the head. One day I'm this guy, one day I'm that guy. One day I can't find why I'm trying so darn hard when all they say is once you stop searching, you'll find out who you really are underneath. But I forgot to sweep. Well, when that mountain gets too steep, and you think you've got to stop the climb, stop and find a little bit of strength inside that's not your own, but strength you got from home. And where is that when we're in fact in a life where I just can't find why the probation seems to last? The ankle monitor, the monitor lizard, I've been dizzier and dizzy, turned back and forth, and sure, I'm getting snapped at and bit on by a lot of things that just are gone before I can count. It's the 19th of December, 2025. Evan Strong is my name. So it's just a concussion or no? No, I'm fine. Oh, I woke up. I was so nuts. I was so gone, and they said I needed a little bit of protein, so it seems, so I started to chew on some things. Got a little bit hard-headed trying to crack open the case of nuts. I'm a nutcase or such or something. I must be. I think they're all just wondering why I can't just be what they think I should be, and I'm turning to things, and I'm turning into the... It's incredible when I'm hulking out of who I used to be and trying to find out if I can see, if I can shoot for the stars and be just an iron. An ironing board. I'm bored of being a man, and so I'll just harden myself instead and see if my head can just be the thing that I use to abuse the kind of place and try to escape with a battering ram. And man, I'm not a ram. I'm just a person trying to search inside to find the lamb that I am. The great I am. A guy, a man, a god, and something else that's just so odd and strange and peculiar, and I'm just turning into who I was before I tried to be like her. All the guys were after her, and I'm not attracted to guys, but actually I turned to just trying to please some people. And please, can we get the people back to the steeple? Instead of trying to climb the steep mountains in life, can we just find out if life can be a place where I can search for Jesus Christ? Either on my knees or on top of things. I'm on the seas and I'm rocking, please. Can we stop it? Think how to stop some things. Everything seems to just scream or screech. To a halt, I need a halter, please. Can someone get this guy a leash? Or put him on one at least. He's out of control again. We can't just control him when we lost the remote. Oh. That's why he called it a battering ram. This guy's got the remote, but it doesn't work without the things inside that make it tick. And I think I don't want to be looking at the surface of this. I want to be turning it to the back and just unpacking it to see if there's a battery inside of this. That just makes me tick. Call it a ticking time bomb. I call it I'm on a different kind of thing. Tick-tock time bomb. I'm in this for life. I'm all in, yeah. Yeah, he said it. He told us. This is the 3rd episode. He let you know. I'm not letting go, but I'm just gonna let go. Call it a frozen kind of life when I'm grabbing my battering. Wait. I'm just ramming into some things. I'm ramming into it full force, and I'm just forcing nothing. Of course, I think that I can just find a different kind of life of sorts if I could sort through everything that everyone seemed to try and see if I can just pick one of them and see if it'll work for a month. And wow. It's almost as if we can't just sit for a second or two without letting us do a little, like a skipping a CD, and a lot of people don't even know what I mean. It just comes so quick, and then it leaves as quick as it came. It's just, oh no. No matter how crazy we think he is, he just keeps to do something like this, and it actually is a little bit... Don't use the word impressive, kids. I'm not impressing you with this. I'm making impressions just... to stamp my handprint inside of this type of concrete life that gets so muddled up in the jungle. What are we searching for if you can't even swing from a vine without trying to climb? What goes up must come down, and now if you want to swing back to where you were, it's a pendulum, sir. Is that why he does things so off-tempo? Is that why he tells us all to let go? Because if we're afraid to drop, then what happens if we make it to the top? Well, we wonder if we cannot go any farther in any direction. And, well, that's the answer. If you'll never be let, and you just let yourself drop back down to the bottom, you reach the top, and... all those problems you thought you'd be solving are making you dissolve in the sea of life when you just find you don't want to be floating on top. When you're meant to glean the truth of life with everything left behind, the boats just whiz on by and they drop some things that seem to be falling from the sky. And as they come down, what do you want now? To go to the top when everything good is getting dropped back down to where you were, and you just want to search to see if there's a higher place in outer space? Or Do you just want to take a little bit of time and try to find out if you were placed inside the kind of place you need to be? There's a lot of scenery on all the floors. You can't get to the top without first starting at the bottom. And that's what everyone wants to do in life, or so it seems, is to just be going to the heights that seem to leave you falling back down on this roller coaster ride. And we're not coasting, I'm just trying to find if I've reached all the coasts that I can dive. But it's a shallow kind of life if you're not taking a deep dive down to the bottom of how. All I know is the skyscrapers, the places that make us just be in the papers the next day, and it airs, and it's in the place and the hairs of the people gets entangled when they're looking and trying to search in all the different kind of angles to find out how you're okay with being in a place that nobody seems to really ever want to stay. At the bottom. At the bottom. Did he hear me? At the bottom! He's still at the bottom. I made it up to the top floor. Penthouse suite. And it is too. It's pretty sweet. If you want to get your act together and start climbing the stairs, I'll meet you at the bar. Might be too high for you to reach, though. You might not have the strength to pull yourself up like I did, bro. Oh, shoot, where's my assistant? I don't know a single thing without my list that she writes it, though. And, oh no. Oh. That's why I call it an episode. That's why we call it a resolve in this musical life that all you want is the answers. Will endure to the end. Then you won't have to pretend you know what's going on the whole time, and you'll get back to where you find that everything was out of your hands in your entire life for your entire life. And you're tired, right? You're tired of trying to find why. That's a big question as human beings, is why. Can we get back out of character? Am I in character? Should I ask the poodle? Am I crazy? Do people think that they can take me? I think a lot of people can't handle the heat. That's why I called it interest. I hit that hi-hat. It's just a symbol for things being too hot that you got to come down a little bit and humble yourself because the heat rises. You're trying to find it. The life you get at the top of this. But I want you to come. You don't want to come back down? You're getting stutter steps somehow. You're claiming you climb the stairs, but now you're scared to go back down when the climate there, it suits you a little bit because the cold tends to fall. Get knocked off your high horse again, and sure you get everything you claim you do. Oh, shoot. I don't believe it's true. I don't believe in anything, dude, because there's only truth. Whew! Can we call it a big claim? I call it a big clam. I call it a pearl of great price. The price that I pay is like a mustard seed grain size. A mustard seed? He must have meant, I think he made a dent. Like a mustard seed size grain of faith. A grain of salt that I can take and salt the earth and try to make a thing of naught. There will not be nothing if I will not stop and endure to the end. The church of... You get a flat tire when you were so wired. You had your foot down on the pedal that I would have informed you would lead you to a place that's not true if you kept it down to the ground with the foot encapsulated in a shoe. In the Image Clothing Company's shoelace technique, I'm letting some things leak. I'm letting us see things. If we can go to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, it's the truth of all things. And now we all know what he means. Of course he's crazy. Scream. I will, I do, I think I need to. Look inside the screen and see if I can see through. Got my windows cleaned, dude. Ooh. So, he's off tempo and off the key, but often we can't just keep up with things that he just keeps doing. Please, by all means, don't even try. Just leave me in the place to be. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And what does that mean? And why does he say some things that don't even tend to make much sense at all? But he's got a lot of, well, I don't even know how to explain the kid. He's saying this, and it sounds like it's actually a pretty great way he's explaining it. But I don't know what he's explaining, just to scream at nothing and no one, and so what? Who even cares? Has anyone got a care to care? I've been caring here. I've been, hey, wait, I'm over there. I'm going where? Where are you going to come back to? I'm back, dude, in the back of the past. I'm back and I'm past again, and I'm in the pasture just to get past your list of things to do, as if I didn't care to move in that direction, going off the course, veering off of sorts. Often you're just veering. You claim it's not a sport, but it's a game of life. And I'm just trying to find the sidelines and sit on them. That's why it's back in autumn. I'm sitting on the ground again. Back in autumn. I think we're just back in not some kind of joke this time, because I'm allin'. Oh, is he ballin'? I think that I'm calling my manager saying I don't need to be managed, sir, so stop being so micro with your fine-tooth comb. I think that I can do some things, though, that I want to be combing a poodle or two. Oh, so you're saying some things and they're actually true. Not everything, dude, but there's some things that I know. So, can we unpack it a bit? Come back with this, right? Just a little bit. So, sowing seeds, I think we need to see that this is a clothing company, please. So, there's a lot of things you know. You say a lot of things at least, bro. But do the things that you say need to be said? Oh, maybe not. That's what we got to think if we're thinking some things. There's a lot of people that think they don't need to be exactly who they are. And see, I'm just trying to make it a little bit apparent that I'm a person that is trying to do all I can to make things apparent, even if they sound crazy, because I have a perfect Father. Now do you see what I'm saying? My dear Heavenly Father. And I'm telling you things that somehow seem to just keep lining up, and I'm not a perfect person, but I'm just searching to find the perfect one inside. Being as holy as I can in my imperfect ways, seeing if I can be saved when I'm atop the waves. Hey, Dante. Dante, come. Come here, boy. Dante. Dante, come. I just, I want to make it a little bit clearer than you could hear if you're not listening to the things I speak into rest, Dante. My name is Dante. Speaking for him. In this instance, I can. I'm not trying to speak for other people, but I'm just speaking on the fact that it's bigger than a peephole. Please understand the only time you'll live a life that's a little bit expansive is if you try to follow Jesus Christ, a man that's more than a man, if you can humble yourself to understand it. to the degree that you can, kids. As I'm looking up to you, because I'm a toddler too.